relationship insight for men. I'm going to be leaving my comment for the end of the video. And if you guys do enjoy, please like and subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Married, what?
Single, never married, no children.
All right. So what do we got here?
I honestly just found you like this past week, and I've been listening to a lot of your the conversations that you've been having with women, and I'm just intrigued. So I thought that I would join.
What do you
and it's
find,
been
what do you find intriguing?
Huh?
What do you find intriguing?
Just the subjects and the things that you guys talk about, just in regard to women being a certain way, and then they think that they deserve, top earners in the country, and yeah, it's just kind of crazy.
Well,
So
okay, you said you're single, no children,
Yeah.
never been married.
correct.
All right. What do you want, or what is it you've ever wanted with a man in your life?
Gosh, okay, so to be honest, I've only had like 2 serious relationships.
Okay.
Other than that, I've dated, but
Go
it
to
just
college?
I did not.
All right, what do you do for,
I have
what do you do for a living?
I work in retail.
Okay. As an
Mhm.
associate?
Yeah. Special. I mean, I've been listening to all of these things, and like, according to the ladies that call you and the conversations you have, like, I have nothing. I'm just gonna be honest, but I have been waiting. I've been a Christian. I became a Christian at 21, and I have been waiting in purity for basically 23 years to find someone.
You've been waiting in what? Purity, you say?
Yes, I do not have sex. I do not sleep around.
Are you saying you're a virgin?
Born again, if you want to say it that way.
How long has that been?
To my personal convictions, I've only fallen to sexual sin once in 23 years.
How long ago was that?
2016.
Okay, so your personal convictions, because I was Christian since 5 years old.
Okay.
How do you plan on handling your elder years? 65 to 85. Because you won't have at the point you won't have a husband, you won't have a family or children.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be too old to really work to make significant income.
Mm-hmm.
Then what?
I honestly don't know. I would like to be married, but I just not yet.
When did you become a Christian?
When I was 21.
So I can tell you, man, I'm hearing things that make no sense to me. How can you want to be married and you're a Christian?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the husband? Where's Adam, Eve? Because what I hear, let me be honest, what I hear a lot of times is women using God and Christianity as an excuse for their fear and why they didn't get out here. There's no way you're supposed to be single.
Yeah.
I mean, you're saying I'm not having.
Honestly, I haven't. I know. I haven't really put myself out there. People have found me, honestly.
How have you have you had any therapy?
Some I have, yeah.
Because this isn't normal, man. It's simply not normal. This is not even normal human behavior. You can't tell me my first commandment in the Garden of Eden was to be what? Fruitful and multiply.
To be, yeah.
Okay, so now you're 43, so that's pretty much a wrap.
You think so? Well, according to worldly statistics, but I think it's possible to be married and be happy.
Ma'am, I don't care
I've
about,
known-
and this is why I'm gonna be honest. You're not Sarah. You have to go that far. You think it's possible, ma'am? You work in retail. You're not Abraham. This is Abraham, Sarah, and Hagar.
I know that.
Okay, so what if it's possible? Can you afford? Because Wednesday I'm gonna be talking about this IVF stuff. Can you afford $12,000 to $12,000 to $25,000 per IVF treatment?
You didn't ask me if I wanted kids. I really don't desire to have children.
I said being a kids is over at the wrap. You said, well, you think so? So what? You made the statement.
I mean, I'm just thinking in regard to like even being married.
You don't even want to be. You're not thinking you want to be married?
No, I'm saying like I would like to be married. I don't desire kids.
Why do you want to be married?
I think if I were to find my best friend, someone to be.
That's not what a husband's job is. Christian.
I mean, kind of. My job is their best friend.
Hey, Christian. It's not what a husband's job is.
Okay.
You're not coming in with this now. You got the right one. That's not what a husband's job is, Christian woman. Was Adam Eve's friend?
No.
That's not his job now, is it?
I mean, the Bible, it says that she was his helpmate.
Helpmate. That means she had a job to do. She's supposed to help him tend to the garden. And what I'm trying to get you to understand is you said you in this position because this religious reason, but you're not living that religion. This is Christian feminism. And you're using God, women like you use God as a reason to mask your dysfunction. Dysfunction, inability to function. There's no reason that you should be 43 years old talking about you want to be married. Cool, you want to be married. I got a real hardcore question for you. Solid question. Reasonable though, not a diss, but a reasonable question, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What value is a 43-year-old woman to a man in marriage?
I honestly don't know how to answer that because I've never really thought about it.
You should though, because you say you want to be married. Cool, but you need a man. And what value and the reasons that men typically marry is for legacy, offspring. Biologically, our creator made you more valuable for that 20 years ago. Within a certain amount of years, you will hit the change. So it won't be possible. They will require immaculate conception or divine intervention. Then at that point, what value is it to a man to marry a woman who cannot carry his child?
Well, someone has shown interest and he already has children, and I don't mind. I don't know. I don't mind not having kids.
Okay, that's fine. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is, as a woman, your value diminishes the more things you take off the table. When was your last relationship?
A long time ago. Like I said, I've dated.
What was your last relationship though?
Probably the early 2000s.
I don't know what that means, ma'am.
Like maybe 2009, 2010.
How long did that last?
Honestly, we dated off and on for a few years. And then there came a point in time where um
Ma'am, if I ask you
there
a
was
question,
just like a cross.
if I ask you a question, is 43 years old,
Hmm.
do, chronologically that's your age, but from a relationship maturity standpoint, do you feel like a 43-year-old woman?
No, I don't.
How old do you,
Um,
if you had to say what your relational age would be, how old do you think you would be? What age range?
Probably my 20s
You're in your
or
teens.
maybe
You're in your
30.
teens. You're in your teens.
Do you think so?
Ma'am, I talk to women for a living. You're talking like a young lady, a teenage girl.
Hmm.
If I didn't know you were 43 and I just had to read the transcript, you sound like a teenage girl. And you've been living, you haven't had a relationship, you're not sexually active. You say this is for religious reasons, but if that's the case, then at 43, this ain't God's plan. This is your plan. You've had to actively make yourself unavailable. You have had to actively make yourself unavailable.
Hmm.
Now the milk is spoiled. Now you're to the point where you're talking.
Why did you say the milk is spoiled?
Yes, you're 43.
That's really funny.
Your eggs are dead, dying. It's not funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to get through to women like you recognize that y'all don't have time, man. Men marry for a reason. You're talking about you don't mind being but okay, you don't mind, but you don't even have any practice in being a stepmother. You ain't even a girlfriend.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the reason why I like.
But it's not religion.
That's part of the reason why I didn't.
It's not God. It's not just spiritual beliefs. You're afraid of relationships for what? What is your father? Is your father still alive?
No. So I grew up in first foster care, 7 to 18. And then yeah, long story short, I was adopted when I was 28.
Skip to the plot, man. Get to the end. Here's the reality.
Okay.
You don't make enough money to be alone. You work retail. You're gonna die on the streets. Let me just skip to the plot. If a man was in your position with a high school diploma working retail, he would have to have a family to be able to survive. You need a. Mm-hmm. That's the bottom line. And you're starting to see more and more and more women turning out homeless, especially Black women, because y'all have learned how to work with a man.
Mm-hmm.
The best years are behind you. Your prime years. You're in the later years. At 43, you may still look at yourself in the mirror and say, I still look good for 43, but you're 43. When I say the milk is spoiled, that offends you, but it shouldn't be offensive, ma'am. Menopause. It's not offensive, it's natural. But because women have not prioritized relationship until later in life, if at all, and they're not making the kind of money that they need to make to be independent and single, y'all are in a trick bag. And there's no nice talking that's going to get you out of it. You work in retail. Are you in management? No?
No.
So if you get fired from your retail job or you lose your job, you know retail is a tailspin. Corona slowed it down, but retail has been going out. I'm an image consultant, so I understand the nature of retail. Neiman Marcus was about to go bankrupt before coronavirus. How you gonna live?
Thankfully, they provided us to be able to work at home. So I maintain employment.
Work at home today. What about 65?
Yeah.
And why I'm doing this, and it seems like it's kind of harsh, because the world has just the world is okay. It's taken women like you and said, you know what, we'll use you. We'll tell you to be independent, and we'll let you sit in church, pay your tithes, let you work in retail, make us money, and we'll take your prime years. And then when you're too old to marry and no longer useful to the company, or we extracted all of our value out of you, and we no longer want you, we want the 25-year-old version of you, we put you out to pasture. Then you look around and you can't get a job because you haven't been preparing for the next step. And it's hitting our community more than anything else, because there is no way you should be single at 40 something years old. Our grandparents weren't, and the people before us were not. And until we start having these conversations and you ladies start accepting the hardcore reality that you need a man. It's not an option. You need a man need a man today. What's the holdup? I'm saying you need a man today financially. Unless you're gonna go get a woman.
No.
I mean, okay, but not okay. So if saying you need a man, you need another income for security. You need, what state are you in? California?
I'm in Arizona.
Arizona. You need another income and a half. And and my question to you, is this what kind of drew you to my content? This conversation that obviously you haven't had?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think is
what was interesting is, like, I guess the mindset. I feel like I don't have the mindset of I've never said I want to be independent, I want this or that. There is some truth to you saying me being actively unavailable.
Yeah.
And I have stopped counting.
How tall are you?
I am 5'11".
Okay. You have to go out of your way to be in your situation. That's why I say actively, this is a choice. You're 5'11", almost 6 feet tall, and then saying, I'm not sexually active. That puts so you can't be inconspicuous. You have a certain look, you have a model's height. So you've had opportunity. You might as well have been 5 foot tall and 400 pounds and ugly. It's nothing. I'm not joking. You might as well have been 5
No, I get it.
pounds and ugly for your outcomes, because your outcomes are what? You've not used any of it. You've actively avoided relationship. To whose benefit?
Not necessarily. I have gone out and dated. I have liked people. And actually in 2016, that he wanted to be with me.
But what did you do?
He wanted me to be
But you didn't want to marry him for what reason?
He wanted a sexual relationship before marriage.
Well,
and
okay. Okay, man, but you had sex.
Yeah.
I don't care. You got sex, okay? How long were y'all together?
7 months.
So he wanted sex before marriage, and you had sex. He wanted to marry you. Did he propose?
No.
Who ended the relationship?
I did.
Thank you. Case closed. Die alone, man.
So, okay.
Yes. 6 years ago, 6 years ago at 37, you had somebody willing to put up with this shit. A 37-year-old virgin born
Why
again.
does it have to be? Why does it have to be shit though? Like,
Because
is it too hard to ask for you to
Your outcome is
honor?
shit. Your outcome is shit. 37 years old, born again virgin, and someone had to put up with that. And you still decided to have sex at least one time and you ended it. That's bullshit. And if you had people who loved you, somebody would have checked you on this shit a long time ago and told you, what are you holding out for, chick? What are you holding out for? You holding this coochie for what? What are you holding for? A man
Because I honestly feel
wanted to marry you.
I don't think it was merit. Well, it possibly could have led to marriage, but I think that
A lot of women are unfit for marriage. That's why this is why I don't date
as
women
you
my,
would
this is why I
say,
don't date women my age. They overcomplicate shit too much. Man, I don't care what it is. You're a high school graduate and work in retail. What kind of social leverage do you think you have? It's time. It was time for you to get off the fucking dating field 20 years ago. We're sitting here talking like you got lots of long options. It's like somebody to put up with this shit. It is shit. If I ran into you at 37 years old and you told me, oh, I'm a born again virgin, I waited till marriage, I say, good luck with that. Bye. I'm not gonna marry you. I wouldn't wait for you.
Yeah, that is why I'm still single.
No, you're single because you're single because you're jacked up. It's not the men, it's you. You have had more than a few suitable men into your life and try to get with you. But something is off here, man. And that's okay. But you can't make it the men's problem. You can't say, well, it's my spiritual beliefs. If your spiritual beliefs, then why'd you fuck them the first time? God wasn't looking that day?
Yeah, he did.
See, it's always our fault, no matter what. When they run their lives into ditches and you're looking up and you're 60 years old and you remember this phone call, it's always our fault. Ma'am, you have had plenty of opportunities.
I didn't say it was his fault. I'm not.
Men's fault. And this is why I say at the end of the day, independence, equality, feminism movement is giving women the opportunity to fail. Ma'am, if you were a man in the same position, working retail, 43 years old, what would they call you? No plans for the future, no real steadiness. Life is about people and relationships, ma'am. And your relationship with God is one thing, but God did not tell us to not be fruitful and multiply. We're supposed to be together. You have actively done this. That's why I asked, have you had therapy? Because something's off. And at the end of the day, ma'am, you're 43. You got less years in front of you than behind you. You're supposed to be teaching younger women how to do this stuff. And this is why I say, when I sit down with women, y'all gotta stop listening to women in their late 30s and 40s because they are just confused as hell. And they're out here actively trying to date the same men that you're dating. My show represents the first real time where women had to actually sit down and listen to the reality of what's going on. And I ask, what are you waiting for? Mr. Right?
I guess from a worldly perspective, yeah.
Very well. But see, that's not what you're supposed to choose. You're supposed to just pick a suitable man. That's why I cannot go with you from this worldly perspective. You're a worldly Christian. That's why I
think so.
interrogate.
I mean,
Ma'am, I've been
know
doing this a
me
long
from
time. Yeah,
like
I
a
do
short
know you. I
conversation.
do know you. I certainly do know you. I got about 8 broadcasts on Christian feminists. I do know you. Short haircut and all. Yep, I grew up with you. I grew up in the Bible Belt. I know what y'all look like, taste like, smell like, move like. I know everything about you. You don't get to be this way, and it's God's plan. You've had to actively take yourself out of consideration. Whatever your reasons are, you still actively took yourself out of consideration. You do not prioritize relationship. Okay. But you, unlike many other women, have had more options. 6 feet tall, model height. Come on, ma'am. This ain't about God. And ain't nothing. Where is Mr. Right in the King James Bible? The New Living Version. Where's the Christian? Where's Mr. Right anywhere in the text? Anywhere. Old Testament, New Testament. Which chapter? Which verse? It's in Proverbs, Psalms, Matthew, Mark, what? Revelations?
Are you talking about just like
Mr. Right, this thing you're
maintaining
waiting for.
purity or
Mr. Right, where
Right?
is he?
Oh,
Where is the text referring to? Wait for Mr. Right.
I'm not. I mean,
When you sit down with your pastor and the people in church and interrogate what you believe about relationships, what do y'all talk about? When you go to singles ministry and say, I'm 43 and single and I want to get married, what happens when you sit down with your pastor, the singles ministry or the women's ministry, and y'all talk about your beliefs and how they line up with what God wants from you in your life and what's going on in the world in the church? What do they say?
we actually don't. Well, I haven't been to any of those meetings with those conversations.
Well, then thank you. This is why I say I don't listen to women who proclaim Christianity, because they don't move like Christians. You guys go back and look in any of my videos when I listen to these Christian women say this and that, I ask the same questions. Whose headship? Whose leadership? And you're moving on your own. You're not under your pastor. You're not under a ministry. You're not under anything. You're doing this on your own and putting it off on our God. That ain't what he told us. Now, is it?
What do you? Okay, so
There is no but.
I am planted in a church. I just.
So
there is
you're
truth
planted
to
in a church, but if you want Mr. Right or a Christian, you're not in a church that facilitates marriage between singles. You're not asking your pastor. You're not. I asked you who's in charge of this process. You. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll upload the rest of it, guys. I have it on Zoom. Who's in charge of this process?
I guess I'd have to say that I've been in charge of the process.
Right. So, and that's why I said you're in charge of the process. So how can you be waiting for Mr. Right and say you're putting this off on born again virgin or whatever when you're in charge of this? This is why I'm going to interrogate Sierra's prayer. This is going to, okay, so you guys didn't hear part of this. I'm going to upload this when I talk about Sierra's prayer in the standalone video, because this happens too often in our community. Where women just sit around, oh, I'm going to be a born again virgin. Okay. But where's the husband that's supposed to come along with your born again virgin status? Where's the relationship? Where's that at? Where's the relationship?
Yeah.
So in order for relationships to happen, we have to choose to make them happen. Oftentimes when women do what you're doing, y'all do this out of fear. But do you feel safe?
Safe by myself, or like safe?
Yeah. Do you feel like do you feel secure in life? Alone working retail.
Yeah, if I really think about it, I am okay. I do have family. I have family here. My godparents are here, and I'm with them a lot. I'm with my sisters a lot.
Okay. Yours, okay. Your godparent, but when they transition on,
mhm.
you're safe because mankind has civilized the world and you have police, fire, and emergency. But are you secure in this world? Meaning, if you got ill, a life threatening illness, do you feel secure then? Do you have good insurance?
Yeah, I do.
Good health insurance?
I actually work for one of the top tech companies, so yeah, I do.
You said retail.
Hmm.
So you could survive a cancer diagnosis financially.
Yes.
On retail.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe you.
We have great benefits.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, or you do?
I'll just say I believe you. Do you own your own home?
I don't.
Are you in an apartment?
I am in a house. I am renting.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what your medical deductible is?
Like for the year, or like every time I go to the doctor? I don't go to the doctor. I mean, I'm very
a cancer
healthy.
survivor, ma'am. I'm a cancer survivor, and I'm
Yeah.
I just don't know. I work retail. I just don't know many retail people who have great medical benefits. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know.
The company provides a lot of resources.
$500,000
yeah.
worth of $500,000 medical bill, major surgery, chemotherapy. No, ma'am, not retail. No.
Well, okay. So I don't know about that, but
I know.
that's why I'm
have
saying, needed.
My point is, you don't know, and you have to, because you have what I would consider to be false security. Your godparents, they're older than you. Your sisters, are your sisters married? Do they have kids?
My little brother just got married. No. I am actually the oldest.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm sorry?
Are you earning more than $100,000 annually?
No.
70,000?
No.
50,000?
Yes.
60,000?
No.
Arizona, Tucson, Scottsdale?
Yeah, that area.
You're broke. Paycheck to paycheck. $60,000 Tucson, Scottsdale, but the cost of living is about 130% of the national average. $60,000 is every bit of $45,000 in Houston or Dallas. It's paycheck to paycheck. It's paycheck to paycheck. No savings. Now, unless you get some sort of inheritance or whatever, it's not living money, man.
Mm-hmm.
How much money do you think you'd need to survive between 65 and 85? That's almost $2 million cash.
Mm-hmm.
Save that. You have to invest your way to that.
Yeah.
And women feel secure because no one's trying to boop them in the head and take their sandwiches. So my point is this. Relationships, especially, I'm pushing harder because you said you're a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand how this lines up with us as Christians. You're supposed to be in a relationship. That's a woman's purpose on the planet. Is it not? In our faith tradition, what is your purpose?
Honestly, I mean, yes, there is to be in a relationship, but like, I also believe that like serving and loving God. I feel like you kind of have given me, like, you kind of just blanketed me because of the things that I've shared in regard to
I blanketed
being
you
single
because
and stuff like that.
Christian woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. And whose headship are you under?
I am I do go to church. I do serve. I help out.
Headship.
Are you talking about like relationship or like at my church?
If you were raised in Christian tradition, you're supposed to go from your father's house to your husband's house. In the interim, it's acceptable.
I still submit to my godparents. I still submit to my
Hold on. In the interim, under your pastor's headship.
Yeah.
But you're out here on your own, making up your own Christian rules. This is modern Christian feminism because I have a heart for Jesus. That's why I'm going to break apart Sierra's prayer, because so many women believe I got a relationship with God by myself. But yeah, but where's the man? Father, Son, Holy Ghost, the Trinity. There's headship, vertical relationship. Who's leading you? Who are you submitting to? Who's guiding you?
I have pastor, and then I have my godparents, and then I have my adopted
Your pastor is male or female?
He's male, but he's married and his wife speaks.
How often do you meet with your pastor?
Like to have a sit down conversation, or just kind of like a.
You said I'm like asking you. I'm asking you. You said I'm asking how you meet your pastor.
Well, like to meet and like talk to them about things, I hardly ever.
So you said you're under the leadership of your pastor, but a man, how are you going to be under the leadership and you don't talk to him? Because I'm going to ask you the next question. You're a 43-year-old single woman who. You haven't even talked to your pastor about it. You're not special. You're just another Christian feminist. How can I dissect this stuff? How can I know 3 steps down the line what questions to ask you? Because this is what's infected the church. In one breath, you say, I'm under the headship of my pastor. When did you meet him? I don't talk to him. What?
So I do, there are a few pastors in the church. There is one head pastor, and I talk to one of the pastors pretty much every time I serve, which is a few times a month.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I have accountability in my life, if that's what you mean.
No, I'm asking you, where's the relational accountability? Who's helping you sort out the relationships with a man? See, the fact that I'm even having to explain this to you as a Christian woman is very disconcerting. So women are just supposed to be just floating through the village, individual by themselves, just making olive oil and bread, living in their own hut, right? Just got a heart for Jesus, heart for God. We're supposed to be in Bethlehem, just doing our thing. Yeah, you're supposed to. Where the single women live in those days, huh?
They're usually cared. I mean, in those days, I don't know, they're usually cared for by the
Where they
church.
live?
Huh?
Where they live?
I
The whorehouse.
don't know.
They lived in the whorehouse. Yes, because you either in
Where
your
does it
father's
say that?
house, you either in your father's house or your husband's house. Women didn't just live by themselves. You had single women, unattended women. They were in a whorehouse or on the street. And at least, and the women that were on the street, the widows, they could at least go to the church. Women aren't supposed to be unattended. You're supposed to have men in your life. That's what I'm saying. No matter how you come at this, I take it back to what you said was the guy in your life, your religious beliefs. I'm sorry, this is bullshit. You're living a faith lie. And I see it all the time. Not supposed to talk about it, but man, when I ask women in your position or men in your position, are you in a church that facilitates single marriage? No, then you need a new church. And I want to go back to the audience. Shoes on my feet, I bought them. Car I'm driving, I bought it. Rock I'm rocking, I bought it. It's only because they make money that they feel like they're independent. That's what this long conversation is to show. The reason so many pastors don't like me is because I point out the fact that they're not helping their single female parishioners couple. Do you tithe?
I do.
Goddamn right you do. 10%?
Yep.
Yeah, of course you do.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Nothing at all. What percentage of the church is single men these days?
I think there's a lot.
Okay.
But it would be you were right on the fear part. And
Thank you. $5,000. $5,000 over 50, less than 60. That's $5,000 to $6,000 a year. Women, single women are a cash cow for the church. Cash cow. That's why male membership in churches decreased by about 40%. Why would you got single women lined up in church religiously pumping in $400 or $500 a month per head? Ask a woman if she's gonna spend $400 or $500 on a man, she tell you no, but she's gonna put that in the offering plate for Jesus. Ain't following the pastor, ain't really trying to find her husband. I'm just gonna wait for Mr. Right. And they're like 5,000. I want you to think about sitting on a church aisle. Go to your, I used to sit around church, I'm like, this whole pew is full. Boom, 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 boom. 20, 30 women. 20, 30 women, $500 a head. Man, that's $15,000 per pew. 10 pews deep, that's $150,000 a month. The only people married at the church, the pastor, the old people, the biggest part.
lots of young couples.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, yeah.
The majority of the church, is the majority of the church married?
I'd say, well, from what I've realized, yeah, there are a lot of married people at my church.
And what is the singles ministry like?
I don't know.
You can't make this shit up, people.
You couldn't make this shit up.
You can't make this stuff up, people. You cannot make it up. Can't make it up. I mean, you've been a good sport, man, but you got to understand that you are in a relationship with yourself, and you say with God, but this ain't what God has told us to do. Other married people, where's your man?
Yeah.
You're not making enough to live on your own, and when your body breaks down, like we all do, this is not going to be good. We don't make enough money to be single. So I hope, whether you like the conversation or not, you can at least understand that this is there's a religious component. There's also a practical component. You don't make enough money to be like this. And that's why my show is effective, man, because I ask questions that people aren't willing to ask, not to just be a dick, but because I don't want to say it, because I'm already probably in enough deep water.
This was such a good video, and I think any ladies out there listening to this should take something positive from this video, because it is not good for you to, as a woman, to be wasting your time. You need to have a goal, especially when it comes on to wanting a family. You need to find a man who wants to marry you and wants to be with you. Do not be like this woman, being delusional. She wanting to be a born-again virgin for over 23 years of not having intercourse is crazy to me. So the long and short of the story is, be intentional with your goals when it comes on to a relationship, and stick to people, or rather be with people who want to be married and have a family. Find guys with those kind of mindset and you will be successful. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.